head to toe.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends that won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need a free.
We're 6 weeks and 6 days out of the 2019 Olympia. A little tired, a little drained today. I usually train 4 days, take a day off. And this week I had a high carb day and a burger and fries on my day before my day off. So what I ended up doing is not taking a day off after and utilizing the food. So it's 2 big workout days, legs and back, and I'm just fried today. But very happy with my progression this prep. I think I'm the best I've been this far out. A little depleted, a little flat today. But we'll push through and get this workout done. My buddy Tom here. Doing a little shoulders and tries. I'm actually switching my split up these days. What I've been doing is I was doing shoulders and chest together for a while and bis and tries. My left shoulder was bothering me, so I haven't really been blasting shoulders and chest, so I put them together. But believe it or not, it wasn't really helping me too much, and I felt like it was putting more stress on my shoulder. So this is the first real shoulder alone workout, you know? So I'll be doing shoulders and tries, chest and bis. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want my week to become 5. I like the 4-day split. I train 4 days in a row. I take a day off after the biggest workout, which is legs, and then I repeat the cycle. So this way, I'm training every body part 3 times in 2 weeks. So I get more workouts throughout the year. I'm not crazy about training everything twice in a week. I think if you're really training hard and heavy, you can't really recover in time. You can train 3 times in a week, but you can't be training at even 90%. That's just my opinion. What do I know, right? Let's go, Tom. Breathe. Tom is doing me the favor training shoulders with me. The poor guy trained 2 days ago. Let's go. Good. That's it. Enough. So, after so many years, you guys know my philosophy, blunt force trauma, lifting heavy. How much stronger are you gonna get, right? It becomes dangerous. And then when you have aches and pains, you don't wanna push through and just fuck yourself up. So you gotta find other ways for the intensity. And what I did this prep was, I don't by any means go light, but for me, it's light. I would do 140-pound dumbbells on shoulder press last year and the year before. So now, let's see what we get to today, but I go a lot lighter with control and I slow it down. I concentrate on the negatives. So I'm doing almost the same amount of damage with less of the weight, less danger, right? Whenever something's being used, go heavier, not lighter. Three, 2, good. So I'm not pushing Tom to failure because he just trained shoulders a few days ago, but he had more there. When you guys spot your partner, that no pain, no gain, just standing there watching them is bullshit. You gotta think of muscle fibers like a big bowl, cereal bowl. And you have a bunch of muscle fibers in there. Every time you lift a weight, even if it's off the rack, you're weakening yourself. So every time you're struggling, you're getting weaker. Have your partner help you move 10% instead of struggle and be stuck, because you're gonna weaken yourself exponentially. Even picking the weight up and carrying it, you'll rarely see my lazy ass do that. I'll put him on the floor and roll him. Everything you do lifting a weight, you're weakening, you're losing muscle fibers. Think about it. In your workouts, you lose your strength within a couple sets. You become considerably weak very quick. So, one question I get a lot is on these benches. Obviously on this incline, I'm gonna be stronger. If I sit at 90, I'm gonna be weaker. I am using a little bit of my upper chest. But what you wanna make sure to do is not over exaggerate and bring your back off and then just do an incline. If you're gonna do this incline on the bench, make sure your chin is down, your back is flat, and you're gonna hit your front delts. But if you're gonna tilt back and come forward, then it's all chest. There you go. Perfect, come on, no help. Up. Push it, up. Even. Up. 4. Up. Good, come on. Up. I'm not helping. Up. Good. So to go back to the spot, I'll put his elbow in the palm of my hand and just give him a little squeeze. I'm not pushing up, just giving him some confidence and stability. It's a night and day difference. Even if you don't push him up, the hand will go up. The worst thing is a bad spot. I've almost gotten injured. If you guys are gonna ask someone like a stranger in the gym, give them instructions. Because I've had dudes, I've been like, listen, stay with me. Give me a lift and stay with me. Keep your hands up. They're like, sure. I lift the weight up, they're like, let's go, man. What the fuck, man? Head to toe.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends that won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh, look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but there's no shows till I go down to the open mic. Show love to the real ones that know now. Some of y'all don't know now. In a couple months, you gon' find out. Been blowing up from the underground, and they stepping on a landmine now. And they know it's my time now. Coming up, I'm on a climb now. Everybody claim they been ballin', but it's looking like they took a time out. Okay, I'm working.
Side laterals are huge for building bolder shoulders. Presses are important, but what gave me that cap is side laterals. And I've gone as heavy as 80 pounds with control. I like to strap up, and I like to hold on to something. Smith machine is awesome, strapping up to the bar, one arm at a time. I'll even come back to these and do a different variation, seated or leaning or 2 arms. They're really, really overlooked. You don't have to go light 10, 20 pounds. Push yourselves. Push yourselves to go heavier. Get somebody to spot you like this, at the elbow or the forearm. Make sure the elbow is coming up. The shoulder, elbow, and wrist have to be in line, all the way up. Don't bring your head down. A lot of things you guys will see, a lot of people will be dancing and bouncing. When they do buys, they bounce. When they shoulders, they do this. What you're doing is you're defying gravity for even 1/10 of a second. Bring the weight up. Don't bring your body and head down to it.
Yeah. My bank think I'm selling dope cause I'm paid way different, huh? 7 racks are publishing 2 times a day. Isn't it crazy? I don't talk a lot but somehow sound contagious with it. Okay, she keep me in her mouth, now my name with it. Da-da-da-da. Tell me who you love. When I count this cash, it start to hurt my thumb. Da-da-da-da. I become so numb. Am I hating?
So now, moving on to tries, I'll go back and do one more shoulder exercise. But what I'm doing here on the press downs is leaning all the way forward. It takes attention off my delt. I have a little issue with my left delt sometimes when I do tries, and also my elbow. So anything I do for tries is based around getting the best contraction and the least amount of pressure on my shoulder. I'm not a fan of hunching over and bending over the weight, but I'm bending fully over, keeping my elbow, my arm 90, and my shoulders retracted. So take a close look.
Way different. 7 racks of publishing 2 times a day. Isn't it crazy? I don't talk a lot, but somehow sound contagious with it. Okay, she keep me in her mouth, not my name. Da-da-da-da. Tell me who you love. When I count this cash, I can start to hurt my thumb. Da-da-da-da. I become so numb. And my haters in denial. Here's a number you can dial. Da-da-da-da. What is this? Center stage, I make it rain. It's Christmas, and my partners workaholics. They own the business. Hold my beer and make a back arch like a bishop. Yeah, catch me sipping tea again. I made her leave again, hoping that she can't see me again. She pay a fee again. Ticket sales and VIP again, and she could bring a friend. Then she buy the new CD, and then I see I'm meeting ends. You might see me.
So here, with the tries, my main focus is the shoulders back, right? You guys want to retract your shoulders when you do buys, when you do chest, when you do tries. Take those front outside of the equation. So shoulders are back. My arms, I don't let my arms move too much. I keep them planted and focusing on the full contraction. You'll see a lot of guys come here and stop. So I'm working on full contraction and not using momentum at the top. Rule of thumb is good to stop at 90. If you want to come higher, it's all right, but when you come higher, make sure you're not using momentum, so you're not blasting away with that momentum. You want a dead stop. So flex, come up, stop, and flex. You see the level of control that everything I'm doing today. When I go a little bit heavier, I give up a little bit of that control, but control, stability. It might not look, you might see someone standing next to me doing the same weight, but we're doing it differently. I'm keeping tension on the muscle throughout the whole range. So if I have tension throughout a 3-second rep range, over 10 sets, I got 30 some odd seconds of tension. Whereas someone that's just throwing weight around, 2-second rep range, or even call it 3, they only have a second and a half of tension. They're only gonna have 15 seconds of tension. I know it's a little bit too much maths for some of you guys, but you get the idea. Time under tension. So now I'm just messing around with different variations. Doing shoulders first put a lot of stress on my shoulder. It didn't hurt much, but when I come to do tries, it's a little beat. So I'm just playing with whatever doesn't hurt. This rope I really like a lot. I spread them apart and I do a variation of my hands like a hammer, and then when I come down I straighten them out and flex apart, and it hits the long head all the way down. Anything as long as I'm getting a good contraction. You guys, sometimes when I'll take a weight and exercise, you'll see me fidget the first few sets, first few reps. I'm playing with the angle and my positioning to get the best contraction. So what always looks textbook isn't always necessarily the best. Pay attention to how you feel and your muscle contraction.
Okay, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see ya. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends I won't be ya. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not setting out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out. Oh look who's reaching out. Old friends wanna feature now. They don't work, so they need it free. Ooh, you reaching out from the west side of that old town, but there's no shows till I go down to the open mic. Show love to the real ones that know now. Some of y'all.
So this is a cool variation of side raises, lateral raises. I'm leaning forward, so what it's doing is, again, gravity. It's gonna be hitting more the top of my cap. Whether standing here versus here. It's gonna go a little bit deeper back. You could do kind of the front raise, you could do fully side. I'm kind of doing a mix in between. I'm bringing it, instead of here, I'm bringing it here. Side and front a bit. And crazy, crazy burn. No swinging, no bouncing, doesn't allow for it. Tight core, don't arch over arc because you put stress in the lower back. Tight core, good foundation. Every exercise, guys, starts with a good foundation from the floor. That's why shoes are so important. You see a lot of guys train barefoot or with Converse or flat-footed because they're trying to get a good connection to the ground. So again, pay close attention to how strict and rigid I am and the angle where my arms come up.